Hello there, pod people, and welcome back to the Real Podcaster of Alistry. Thank you for jumping on. It's nice to have you with us. So I am joined on the couch today by the lovely Anna Gadsby, who I will hand over to in a minute and ask her to introduce herself. But first of all, I just have to say, I found it a lot of pressure dressing for today.
Did you? Oh no, that's not what it's supposed to be like. You're supposed to kind of go, I'm just going to be me, it'll all be fine.
And normally I'm just in like my pod comfies, so either my joggers or, jeans and a jumper or whatever. And this morning I was like, I'm going to have to make an effort.
What am I going to wear?
Yeah, what am I going to wear? We've got a stylist on the pod, what am I going to wear? So I was like, right, okay, if in doubt, leather trousers and a blazer.
Perfect.
What do you think?
If that's you and that's your style, that's what it's all about.
Rate me.
It's feeling confident. Do you feel confident in what you're wearing though? Do you love wearing it?
Yeah, I feel fine.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, I feel fine.
But
it was so funny. I was like, oh, what do I wear? But I have still got white socks and slippers on. These slippers appear on every pod. So so welcome. So I know who Anna Gadsby is because I've known you for some time now because of our boys.
Yeah.
But for our wonderful viewers, who is Anna Gadsby?
So I'm Anna Gadsby. I'm a mum of two. I'm a dog mum. I'm a wife. I work part-time for my husband. But my background is fashion. And I loved working in fashion. But it's really, especially when you've got young kids, it's quite an intensive industry to be in. Because they basically want blood. They want you kind of like 9 till 9, Monday to Friday, trips abroad, the full work. So it was just too much. So I wanted to dip my toe back in, but I wanted to do something more for me and how I could help other women rather than something kind of like back behind a desk, kind of slogging out numbers and that kind of thing.
So it sounds like they kind of, when you're in that fast-paced industry, they kind of own you a little bit.
They do, completely, yeah.
And that's
which is great, and I think, when you're younger, it works because that's what you want to do. You want to build your career, you want to get in there, you're just all in. But I think, well, for me, especially the older that I got and as the kids were growing up, I was missing out on those, the nursery plays and the little carol concerts and all those kind of thing. And it was just kind of like, I thought, I can't do it, I can't give all of that to both.
Yeah. A hard industry maybe when you're starting out to create that balance.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Wow. So you've been in fashion a very, very long time.
Yes. So from university. So I did a fashion and marketing and distribution degree in the 90s in Manchester. And then went straight to work for like high street retailers. So I was at Next for quite a long time. I worked for a corporate wear company, so we did all the uniforms for trying to think now, like NatWest and Boots and BA and B&Q and all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then I ended up being buying manager at Brabham Low Alpine in Alfriston.
Wow.
Before giving it all up.
Wow.
So that is my background, and that is kind of like what I love.
Yeah. So some real sort of like well-known fashion brands there as well.
Yeah.
So lots and lots of experience.
Yeah.
So then tell us a bit more about Anna Styling first.
So it was kind of, I don't know, it was kind of a bit through friends and family really, how I kind of ended up doing styling. So I'd get asked all the time, kind of like, oh, I'm going out tonight, or I've got a wedding, or I'm going on holiday and I need a new bag or a kimono or whatever it is, and can you help me? So I spent loads of time like helping people, and I can just remember having one of those like light bulb moments, kind of going, oh, actually maybe I could do this as a bit of a job. So I had a bit of a look around and thought, is it actually a qualification you can do? Does that exist? And it did. So I plucked up the courage. I don't think I even told Mark I was doing it. I just think I announced on the morning. I went, I'm doing this course. He went, Rocco.
Love that.
And so I did a styling course with the London College of Style, which was all online, and it was post-COVID as well. So it was kind of, good that it was all online, I suppose. And you had to do like a few case studies, and the training was great, and it fitted around my part-time work with Mark and the kids and everything else. And then yeah, became qualified and very slowly started building the business up. It was kind of like a toe in the water, like, and keep going.
Yeah. But yeah, not quite sure where it's going to lead to, but I'm going through this and I'm doing this and see what comes.
Yeah.
So what is being a personal stylist? What does that even mean?
So it's basically, I like to see it as I'm helping women find their confidence through their style. And I think what I really love is when it's like that natural, I don't know, it's almost like you've empowered somebody to kind of go, oh my God, I love what I'm wearing.
Yeah.
And I didn't know I had that in my wardrobe, and I didn't know that would go with that, and I didn't think that would go together. And now I can see what I've got. So it's having that outcome, but where I like to start. So, okay, let me start at the beginning. That was a bit waffly, wasn't it? So we look at kind of your body shape and your style. We call it your style personality. So by body shape, it's that traditional kind of, are you a pear? Are you an hourglass? Is it an apple shape? Are you rectangular? But what kind of happens is you don't kind of fit into one bracket. So it may be that you're like a gentle pear shape, but your body shape suits you more to dress like an hourglass figure. So I love that. I absolutely love kind of like talking women through that and how we go about assessing it and everything else. And then we look at your style personality, which is kind of like, you know, are you romantic? Do you love a frill and like a floral dress? Or do you just like jeans and a stripy breton and a khaki camo jacket? Or are you a bit more of like a power dresser? Do you kind of like a bit of formal tailoring and some shoulder pads? And do you like walking into a room and going, wow, this is me? So it's learning all about that. And it's with a new client, I think it's really important to do that as well, because you want them to understand that you don't necessarily fit into one of those categories. So it may be, for example, that you could be like a natural style personality on a weekend, but as soon as you hit that office on a Monday, you want that power dressing and you want to be kind of like bold and dramatic and walk into the room and take it. So it's getting to know your clients. It's understanding them and understanding what they want.
Wow.
So that's the first bit.
Yeah, so you can have, you know, it's like, is it like almost different personas?
Yes.
You know, dressing for different
But it's
things.
working out what's you. And yeah, so I think, and because we're so bombarded by everything in social media, I think the natural thing for us to do is kind of go, oh, right, so, okay, right, leopard print's in, I'm going to buy that, and stripes are in, so I'm going to buy that, and, oh, it's polka dots this season, so, right, I'll get some of that, and then you just end up with this, like, wardrobe when nothing goes together, and it doesn't suit you.
Yeah.
So it's taking it back to basics, understanding your client, and working with them from there to kind of get them to where they need to be and have that confidence to wear it.
So and then, quite personal, really, to each
really
client.
Personal.
It's definitely not going to be a one rule or a one size fits all.
Everybody's different.
Yeah.
Everybody is completely different. Everybody has their own needs as well. And sometimes I get asked to I might kind of look at one area of the wardrobe. They might be going on holiday or they might need an outfit for the races, where other women just don't even know where to start and just want me to go in and kind of help from the beginning.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. Yeah, everybody's different. It's like, it's really interesting. And then we'll go on and look at kind of like, we'll do ideally we'd do a wardrobe edit. So we'd see what you've got. We'd have a look at what you're not wearing. We'd probably go through that first and get an understanding of why you're not wearing it. Is it because it doesn't fit? Is it because you don't like it? Does it not suit your lifestyle? And then we'd kind of have a bit of a trying on session maybe. We'd style some items up. We'd have a think about any gaps in your wardrobe, what might be missing. And then from that, ideally, we'd either go and do a bit of personal shop. So we could go into town or a bigger city, if you've got anything specific in mind. Or what I tend to find is quite a lot of women nowadays, because it is a confidence thing, they like to order it. So I'll quite often put like a style board together with links through for them to order.
Like an
So it
online,
means-
personal online shop sort of
Yeah.
thing. Oh, that's
So it means
cool.
that you can order it to home, you can try it on at home, you can mix and match it with the right items from your wardrobe, and it just kind of like, some people just feel more comfortable kind of doing it that way.
Yeah, so you can really tailor make it to the person.
Yeah, definitely. And that's what I love, because everybody's different.
Yeah, absolutely.
Everybody's completely different.
Because like I look at your style, which I love. I think like today, for example, you look amazing. However, if I put that on,
You wouldn't feel the same.
I'd look like a bag of spuds, probably.
So wouldn't.
Is that an actual shape, the spud potato?
The spud potato. We could
My-
incorporate that shape in,
My post-40 shape is more
Spud
spud potato. But it's
I like that
interesting,
one on
isn't
the
it?
bottom.
I love the look and I love that combo. But can anyone get away with it?
I think you've got to. So lifestyle is so. What I'd like to find out about new clients is how their wardrobe is like kind of reflects their lifestyle. Because quite often what happens is you might have in your wardrobe, it might be 80% amazing going out clothes. It might be like super glam. It might be kind of full of like heels and handbags and kinds of like little dresses and gorgeous jackets, and that might be kind of 80% of your wardrobe. But when I've asked you, give me a percentage of your lifestyle, you know, how much are you at work, what's your job, how much time do you spend at home, how much time do you go to the gym, how much time do you go out, what quite often happens is that going out time is probably like 10 or 20% of your week, and yet you've got all these items in your wardrobe. So for a start, you've got too much, and you've probably not got enough clothes for the day to day.
Yeah.
And so it's being able to kind of get your client to understand that, so that then you can start working with them to like build that cohesive wardrobe and put that together again. So yeah, but it's my style is different to your style, which is different to your neighbour's style, which is different to everybody else's, and that's the important thing to find out.
Yeah. So it sounds like balance is a little bit of a thread there as well.
Definitely.
You know, you might be drawn to those going out clothes every time you go shopping, but
Yeah.
how often
How often are you going to wear it?
doing that? Yeah.
And you've really got to think about it as well. You've got to think about, you know, if you're especially if you're investing in kind of, you know, a full going out outfit, and it's going to be like a few £100s, you might kind of go, oh yeah, but I'll wear that on Friday night. Yeah, but when will you next wear it? And will you still be wearing it next year? And what else does it go within your wardrobe? Can you mix and match it with a pair of trainers or a different jacket or whatever else? And does
think
it
outside the box a bit, which I certainly, but a lot of people might need help with understanding that.
Definitely, yeah.
And there's a bit of confidence in doing that as well, isn't there?
So much,
Because
yeah.
you can go and buy like an outfit that you've seen in a magazine, well, not magazine, but seen online or whatever, you buy the whole thing, but then, you know, can you break that down and wear it in different times to get more wear out of that?
Definitely. And I think that's what we need to be building. I hate saying the term like capsule wardrobe. Everybody goes, oh, is it a capsule wardrobe? Because my capsule wardrobe, for example, would be different to yours. So mine would literally, I think for me, my capsule wardrobe, now that I know and I look at it, it's literally, I would say it's jeans, graphic t-shirts, trainers and leopard print. They're probably the four things that I build my wardrobe around. So even when I go out, I'll be wearing one of those.
Yeah, interesting.
So I might incorporate a graphic t-shirt with like a satin slip skirt, or some leopard print with a pair of jeans, or
Like you are today.
like I am today. Yeah. So for me, this is like comfortable, but
stylish.
Yeah.
So when did you did the course, it went really well, obviously, you're finding your passion, you've been helping people for quite a while, in a friendly way, friends calling upon advice. So when did you think, okay, I've got something here, I'm going to take the leap and start my own business? And what was that bit like?
That was, oh God, it was so hard. It's so hard. Having the confidence to do that was just like, it's the back of your brain going, you're not going to do it. You're so not going to do it. It's not going to work. What's the point?
Yeah.
And then it's going, no, I am going to do it. So I don't know. I spent quite a lot of time talking to Mark about it, I suppose.
I bet he loved that. If it's anything like Stu, I bet he's like, for God's sake, just do it. So you can stop talking to me about it.
Yeah. I think he was definitely helpful in terms of the business side and setting it up and helping me put my website together. But yeah, it was just, in hindsight, I think what I probably should have done is kind of launched, and I didn't. I just kind of like crept in and kind of built it from there. But I think the really nice thing has been, especially in the local area, is a lot of the business that I've had has been through word of mouth, which is just kind of like, for me, that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
It's that I've made such an impact on somebody else's style and their lifestyle that they've recommended me to somebody else. Which
means a lot.
I love.
And I think that's still like a massive thing, like word of mouth. Obviously, we've got social media, which really helps when you're starting a business.
Definitely.
And it helps with that reach that we were talking about earlier. But you're right, that someone saying, I can wholeheartedly recommend this person, you'll be safe in this person's hands, must be a massive compliment.
Huge. And that's, for me, that's the biggest compliment, I think. That's better than having, an extra 10 likes on a post that I've done, or kind of like an extra 3 people following me. It's that kind of like, somebody's recommended me and they've booked off the back of that.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
But I wonder, like, how much of that is, because I think we're similar sort of age, I wonder how much of that is generational thing, because that means a lot to us. That's kind of what we value probably. But much younger generation, it would probably be more about the likes, the reach, the numbers.
You're probably right. Yeah, you are probably right.
Because we haven't grown up with that mindset, have we?
Not at all, no.
So the word stylish then. Yeah. What does being stylish, we hear that a lot. What does being stylish mean? And can everyone achieve that?
Of course they can, yeah, everybody can achieve it. It's I think it definitely goes back to finding out about you and what you like, and it's not listening to the noise. So it's not investing in those micro trends, as they call them, that are being bombarded down your throat. It's kind of like, so they'll kind of go, oh, right. So this season we've all got to be wearing kind of pastel pink, and it's got to be kind of like, I don't know, like a mesh skirt, and it's got to be, some ballet flats, and it's got to be like a suede blazer or whatever, because that might work for some people, but it's not going to work for somebody else. So it's really important that you know you and what you like. And once you've translated that into your wardrobe, and you open your wardrobe on a daily basis going, oh, I love that, and I know that top goes with those bottoms, or I can wear that jacket with that dress, and that's amazing, and I can see it all in front of me, and it's like, so everybody can be stylish, literally everybody. You've just got to find it and work with it.
Yeah. Brilliant. And know what sort of reflects your personality when you're wearing it.
Yeah. And that's the best thing. And that's the most compliments you'll get as well.
Yeah.
So when you wear something, somebody go, oh my God, you look amazing. You'll go, thanks. And you go, yeah, because I love this. And it's showing that I love it and I'm happy with what I'm wearing, rather than doing that whole kind of, I don't know, I'm not quite.
The confidence again. The confidence. So thinking about that then, are there certain rules that we should consider when sort of picking out what to wear, either if that's in our own wardrobe or in a shop? Are there sets of rules?
So I wouldn't say rules as such, I would say more guidelines. So if we've done your style analysis and we've looked at your body shape and we've looked at your style personality, then that's like your loose guideline, basically. So you will know that, so if you love that romantic style, when you go into, I don't know, like mint velvet, for example, that's probably your store. You probably love everything in there because it's got an extra little ruffle or a little like ditzy print on it, and you probably go, oh God, that's so me. Whereas you could walk into somewhere like River Island and just go, oh my God, I don't even know where I'm going to start looking. So I think the more you know about you, the easier it then becomes to shop, because you'll know the shops that you like and the ones that will suit your style.
Yeah, that's interesting actually, because it can be overwhelming.
Yeah,
can't it?
Completely overwhelming. And I think body shape does come into play. So, you know, it's if you've got an hourglass figure, then I'm like proper jealous of an hourglass figure. I love an hourglass figure, because you've literally got kind of that perfect, or what's seen as the perfect kind of like curve, if you like. But it's all about your waist. It's all about showing your waist off. It's finishing. It's having garments that sit at your natural waist. It's about tucking in. It's about, you know, having this kind of visible, because this is your area. This is the wow point kind of thing. And then if you're a pear shape, it's about balance. It's about creating that. So you're then going to put your kind of like your ruffles and your prints on top, because you're balancing out proportions on your bottom half. So you're kind of going, if I balance this out here, then it creates that kind of more hourglassy kind of shape. But everybody's different.
Yeah. And everybody wishes that they had another shape, don't they?
Always.
I mean, there are people out there that absolutely embrace their body and embrace every bit of it and love it. And from talking to women, there are a lot of women out there that wish they had that figure or another figure,
or their arms or their legs or their kind of whatever.
So it's just really understanding, isn't it? Understanding what works well for you, and how to dress and shop to reflect your personality, but also to really embrace your body
and know which shops work for you as well. And then you don't waste loads of time kind of like, and also then you don't come home going, oh my God, I can't find anything, there's nothing out there for me. It's kind of, you'll find it, or we'll find it. It's there. You can do it.
I'm getting a flashback from last year. I think it was last year,
or
maybe late the year before. Shopping for jeans.
It's everybody's nemesis. Everybody hates it.
Traumatic.
It is traumatic.
Soul destroying, and I just came home so sad.
Did you? You're not the only woman out there.
Because I was looking for mom jeans. And no matter what size, and I think I've learnt it's now about shape.
Yeah.
But no matter what size I went up in the jeans, 12, 14, 16, I could not get these mom jeans to fit. And I'm like, what is going on? I'm not an 18, but apparently if I want to wear mom jeans, I appear to be. And it was soul destroying.
It is really soul destroying. And it's really hard as a woman as well it's really hard for a start to ignore the number and the size, because also that's what we've got to do. So when you go out on a night out, nobody goes up to you and goes, oh, Lindsay, you look amazing. What size is that top you got on? No, because like you don't.
No, that would be weird.
Nobody asks that. But I think it's been so conditioned into us.
Absolutely.
So conditioned into us that we have to be kind of like
focused on the numbers.
Yeah. And it's kind of irrelevant. So you could go into Marks and Spencer's and be a size 10, and you could go into Next and you could be a size 14. Well, what's the point in that?
Yeah.
That's not really telling you anything, apart from, you know, when you shop in that store, you're roughly that size, or when you shop in that store, you're roughly that size. But you do have to focus on your style and your shape.
Yeah.
And but jeans is like everybody's nemesis, I think. But once you've cracked it. So for example, the Marks and Spencer's jean, there's an amazing Marks and Spencer's jean. It's their high-waisted wide leg, and I've recommended it to so many clients, and they look amazing in it, whether it's in like a pale or a dark or an extra long length so they can wear a heel, or it just looks incredible. I put them on. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Do not tell me they don't look good.
No.
You look really.
No, literally, Marks and Spencer's trousers, not for me.
But for lots of other people. So that was Marks and Spencer's high-waisted,
wide leg.
Yeah. Do you know, I like Marks and Spencer's. Yeah. I don't know, again, going back to the age or the potato shape, but...
potato shape.
But I really am enjoying Marks and Spencer's at the minute.
Yeah.
It's only been this past couple of years.
Well, I think, and don't quote me on this one, I think they nabbed a lot of the Topshop designers.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I think they wanted that kind of. So whereas we would have shopped at Topshop,
Yeah.
and then now we probably don't necessarily shop at Topshop. Yeah, so they're bringing in that kind of like a little bit more modern, a little bit edgy, a little bit quirky, a little bit different. And just
When you go into the Derby store, you know, when you first walk in, that display right in front of you, it's just always, I'm like, I'd love that. I quite like that.
Yeah,
it's
Have you been to the big Birmingham store?
No.
Oh, you need to do that because it's like that, but 3 times the size.
But again, thinking about society, when you were talking about drummed into us about numbers and things like that. Again, it was like Marks and Spencer's used to be for a woman of a certain age.
Yeah.
And, you know, I've joked to all my friends about, I shop at Marks and Spencer's now.
Yeah.
Obviously, you know, I throw in a bit of...
You say that though, but I went up to see my daughter's at University of Manchester, and I went to see her on Wednesday. We did a little bit of shopping, not much shopping, but we did have a mooch around the shops. And one of her friends, she went, "Oh, Mum, she's just bought this amazing jacket from Marks and Spencer's. I'll send you a picture." And she did it. It's incredible.
Aww.
And she's what, 19, 20?
Yeah. Oh, amazing. Well, that might be, like you said, because of the designers, they're starting to target a different audience. So it sounds like there's scope for doing another podcast just on jeans, because
100%, yeah. We'll go through all the jean styles, all the stretches, all the colours, all the lengths. We can do the full works.
It's just, jeans is a tough one. So thinking about that then, what are some of the key pieces that is generic we should all have in our wardrobe, if there are any?
Oh, well, again, that depends on you and your lifestyle. So, like, I would say most of the time when I'm working from home, I'm in kind of a pair of sweaty Betty leggings and a jumper. Just kind of like, I go, oh, I'll just film this. I'm thinking, I can't film that. I'm literally kind of in the same outfit I was wearing at 6:30 this morning. But so it's purely dependent on you and what you like. So for me, it would be kind of jeans and trainers. That would be my kind of like staple. Yeah. And even now, my friends laugh when we go out because they always go, you know, you start your round of WhatsApps when you're going out, what you're wearing. Jeans and a nice top. It's $19.99.
Some things don't change.
No.
Maybe chuck on a blazer.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. A little bomber jacket if I'm feeling a bit more live.
A bit more lively.
Yeah.
So there really is no, you have to have this in your wardrobe at this point, because it's about finding your thing.
It's about finding your thing.
Yeah.
What I would say is always have a decent underwear and always go for a bra fit every 18 months, 2 years.
Right.
Because our body shapes do change, especially in our 40s and, oh God, I'm 50 now, in our 50s. They do change, and if you don't get, it's like they say, if you don't get the foundations right, then there's no point kind of putting something on top of it. So always make sure you've got like a good fitting bra.
Yeah, that's good. And also, I listened to a podcast. Obviously, it wasn't as good as this one, but I listened to Abby Clancy Exhibit A podcast, and she had Agent Provocateur, the lead designer for Agent Provocateur, talking about this whole feel good in what you wear starts underneath. So if you feel empowered, if you feel like you're dressing to impress, if you're wanting to feel romantic, it starts with underneath as well.
Yeah.
Underwear, good fitting underwear that you're proud of, that you enjoy, can really radiate.
Of course it can, yeah.
Confidence and just that feeling good.
Yeah, of course it can. Because you know what it's like. You know what it's like when you try a top on and you go, oh, that looks amazing. Then you turn around and you kind of go, oh my God, I can't wear that. And that's it's not you, and it's not the top. It's probably you've not got the right size underwear on.
Yeah, Excellent. So that's a good tip. Doesn't have to be Agent Provocateur. It was just an example. Marks and Spencer's
will do
equally, great underwear. So going back to Anna Styling then, Anna G Styling, do you have a target demographic, or are you for anyone and everyone?
So I like to think I'm for anyone, because I'd be more than happy styling any age group, any size, any shape, just because I love it. But I think my demographic is definitely kind of 40s to 60s. So it's that post-baby where you've lost your confidence and your mum and you don't know what to wear, and it's that, you get a night out and you're struggling, and it's kind of like, oh, lost your identity a bit. The same into your mid-40s as well. Maybe your kids have grown up and they don't need you like they did, and all of a sudden you've got more time and you kind of go, oh, I can go out, but oh God, what would I wear?
Yeah.
And then through to the menopause as well. That's it's such a biggie. It is such a biggie, and women lose so much confidence, and just kind of, you get more anxious about things and going out, and so it seems to be that kind of demographic and I love it as well. I absolutely love it. I love it when somebody like puts something on and goes, oh my God, I'd never thought of putting that with that. That looks amazing.
And do you feel like you've kind of just naturally slid into that demographic? It's just naturally taking you there.
Yeah.
That seems to be the clients that you're getting.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's what you enjoy working with.
Love it. I absolutely love it.
Yeah.
Or whether it's, I've just done some wedding outfits. I've just put some wedding outfits together where a client's had the actual outfit for quite a long time, but not thought about kind of jacket or shoes or time of year or anything else. So it's being able to kind of pull that together.
Wow.
So just to create the whole outfit rather than just the outfit.
Yeah, because that's as important, right?
Yeah, of course it is. Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. So you can just do one-offs like that.
Yes.
Like, I've got a wedding, I don't know where to start.
Yeah.
Brilliant. So in an ever-changing world where anything goes now in terms of fashion, style, what to wear, how do people keep up with that? Or is there no need to?
There's no need to. You don't need to. So I think fashion's changing so quickly all the time, but it's basically the big companies that are doing that. They're getting the Instagram stylists. They're getting their what do you call it? Their paid partnerships.
Oh, paid partnerships, yeah.
Yeah. So you kind of go, oh, I love that. Oh, that's a paid partnership. They probably don't really like it. So, but that's what they're doing. So they're constantly
drilling it into us.
So subconsciously, you're kind of all the time flicking and clicking and kind of going, oh my God, yeah, I could buy that. Oh my God, that was amazing. Oh my God, they're selling that. Oh, I need that. That's going to sell out. You don't. You don't. And it's really important that you keep referring back to your wardrobe as well. So if you are thinking about buying something, this is a really good tip. You're thinking about buying something and it might be a bit of an investment. You might want a new jacket for spring, for example. Make a list or make a note or create a link on your phone and have your 4 or 5 links for the 4 or 5 items that you've seen on there. Have it. Leave it until the end of the month. Wait until after payday and then kind of go back out and have a look. And I can guarantee you that half of those you'll go, oh my God, what did I look at that for?
What was I thinking?
Wow. Because I think you're so in that moment because of somebody's telling you to buy it, and you're so kind of influenced by all these kind of like little trends that when you actually you probably never wear it and then it ends up on Vinted.
Oh, that's interesting. Because I think we all can get influenced. Like I did the other day. I don't know if you saw it, but I got influenced by Purdy and Fig.
Did you? I've been influenced by them as well.
Just because of the packaging and the beautiful brown bottle. And don't get me wrong, it is lovely. But it was just completely, a friend had said, oh my God, there's nothing better. This is going to show my age now. There's nothing better than the Purdy and Fig cloth. It's the best thing I've ever used. I'm then getting excited. Tell me about this cloth. Oh my God, this is so boring. But tell me about this cloth. The next thing I've signed up to, I've been influenced.
Yeah, 3 months worth.
So you are right. And so it's probably not being impulsive.
Yes.
Sit with them on your phone.
Yeah.
Go back to them.
And also,
keep looking.
I think they still try and create that kind of like fear that it's going to sell out. And if it sells out, it's going to be the end of the world. Well, it's not really. So if, for example, it's, the Adidas Sambas, what was all that about? You know, when they were kind of like at fever pitch, it was kind of like, either, I don't know whether Adidas were trying to limit the stock or they were holding it back or they just couldn't get them. I don't know. But literally, it was like Vintage. They're going for hundreds of pounds on Vinted. And now you go onto Vinted and there's millions of pairs on there and you can't get rid of them. So it's that kind of noise that's kind of constantly created where actually if you refer it back to your wardrobe and if you've got a great cohesive wardrobe that you love wearing, then you'll be less influenced by the noise.
Yeah, and just because everyone else is rushing out, it doesn't mean it's right for you, what works for you. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, actually. Good tip. My dad always says that when I talk about, like, well, maybe not quite so much now, but he would always say sleep on it.
Yeah,
same thing. Don't do it'll still be there. Sleep on it if it, car or whatever it might be, laptop, new phone, whatever. Just sleep on it. See how you feel in the morning. Don't act on impulse.
Yeah.
So it's always
same.
I can't say I've always taken that advice unless you're listening, in which case obviously I do all the time. So we've kind of touched on this and I think you've shared a little bit of your view on it, but as a society, have we moved past the idea of dressing to your shape, your size, your age? Yeah, age. Or do we have to consider that?
Well, no, I don't think we do. So even if, right, so for example, even if, so for mom jean is your thing, right?
It's not my thing,
but if it is your thing, but it's not your body shape, but you love it,
yes,
then wear it. Just wear it. It doesn't matter. Just wear it. And so I'm always kind of like, it's never a rule. There's lots of guidelines, but never a rule. So I'd never rule anything out. But I think and it's the same with age as well. Age shouldn't even come into it. It's completely relevant. And the amount of women say to me, I really like that, but I don't think that's really for my age, is it? What?
Yeah.
Really?
Says who?
Says like who?
Yeah.
Who says you have to shop in Marks and Spencer's in your 40s? Or who says you can't go to, I don't know, what are the your stores? I don't know anymore. You can't get like Pull and Bear. Why can't you shop in Pull and Bear? Yeah. Or why can't you go to Stradivarius or any of those type of places? Of course you can. If you're looking for something, then wear it.
Yeah. What about the shape? Should we still give consideration to the shape?
I think so, yeah. Because if it fits well and it suits your body shape, you're going to feel confident. It's going to look great. Yeah. So yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So age, absolutely, that can go out the window. You wear whatever you want, but it is still good to consider kind of dressing to our shape so that things fit well, because when they fit well, they look good and you feel good.
Perfect.
And ultimately, that's what it's about, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's about feeling good, empowering us to enjoy wearing our clothes.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Okay. So, with everything that you've shared then, what do you love most about meeting a new client, styling a new client? What do you love most about all of that?
I think it's the light bulb moment when you show them something or you put 2 or 3 items together that they hadn't thought of and they go, oh my God. And then they realise that's just from their wardrobe. So we've not been out and bought anything. We've not, had a huge delivery of like 50 parcels or whatever. We've literally just taken items from their wardrobe and we've mixed and matched it in a way that they hadn't thought of before. And it's just literally that light bulb moment. And then quite often you'll get the text afterwards when you get home, go, oh my God, Anna, I went out tonight and I wore that and it just I felt amazing and it looked great. So that's the bit that I really love. It's that kind of, it's seeing that kind of moment when people realise that they can wear it and you just go for
they
it.
They just didn't maybe know how to wear it.
Yeah.
So actually having a personal stylist doesn't necessarily mean just hitting the shops and spending loads of money. It starts a lot smaller with what have we got going on already.
It's starting with your wardrobe and it's looking at what you've got, what works for you, and then what you tend to find is you only have a few gaps. You think you've got nothing, but it may be that you just need to invest in like a new white t-shirt or there might be a piece of knitwear missing that would just pull 2 or 3 different outfits together. Or you might need a new pair of trainers because you've realised that kind of like you've got a wardrobe full of I don't like
Boots
or whatever.
sandals.
And and that's the one thing that's missing. So yeah, you tend to not need as much as you think you do.
And do you incorporate pre-loved, vintage, all of that within your...
Yeah, so it tends to...
Thinking about sustainability sort of thing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. God, we could talk for days on that.
Another one.
Another one.
This is part 3.
This is part 3, yeah. Part 3, we'll move on to sustainability. Yes. So what I would say is, if you are shopping the pre-loved sites, which I love to do, because I get as much of, if not more of a thrill shopping the pre-loved sites than I do kind of like ordering something online, because you know you've got a bargain as well, don't you?
Yeah,
we love a bargain. But what I would say is, you need to know your size in those brands, and you need to know that those brands are going to work for you. So yeah, if you're a Marks and Spencer's lover and you know what size you are in Marks and Spencer's, brilliant. Then fill your boots.
Yeah.
Get it on your vintage filter and you'll be laughing. Yeah.
Yeah, so you can incorporate that as well.
Definitely.
It isn't just about going brand new every time.
Definitely not.
If it works out.
Yeah.
So for the viewers that are listening to this thinking, I need a bit of this, how can they get in touch with you? What do they need to do to find out more and get booked in?
Well, I have got a website. It does need a bit of work on it though. It's been a while. Mark. Yeah, so I've got a website which is, oh my God, I can never remember which way around it is. Sorry guys, I have to check.
No, check.
I've got like 3 different things and
right.
I kind of like, yeah, so we have got... my notes.
I love that you are still pen and paper like
always
myself.
pen and paper. Always
love
pen and
this.
paper. So I've got my website, which is annagstyling.co.uk, yeah. And then I've got my Instagram account, so you can contact me through that as well.
Yeah.
Which is annag_styling. And then I've got an email address as well, which is stylinganag@gmail.com.
Brilliant.
No wonder I get confused.
Yeah, you need that. It's like my list of passwords for everything.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've got those as well, yeah.
So 3 ways to get in touch with Anna.
3 ways to get in touch.
If you want to find out more, either view the website. Is there a contact us page on the website?
There is, yeah.
View the website, fill in the contact us page, go to the Instagram page or email on the email address. And if all else fails, you can always get in touch via the pod and we can put you through to Anna. So
perfect.
Thank you so much.
No, thank you
for sharing all of your expertise.
We've got so much more we can talk about.
2 more episodes coming up. It's too much. It's too much for one. So, just to finish off then, the good, the bad and the ugly. So I do like to ask each person that joins me on the couch, the good, the bad and the ugly, whether that is something that's happened within your job, your profession, that's been good, bad or ugly, or whether that's something that's just happened to you randomly.
Yeah.
So what is your good, bad or ugly?
I think we're going to go for a good, and it's a recent good. So I got to know a lady called Fiona who does the Derby magazine. Do you know your Alistry Life magazine?
Yeah.
So she does that, and she contacted me and she said, "Oh, I'm just wondering if you could write a bit of an article for me." And I was like, I don't think I can do that, but I'll give it a go. Oh my God, I absolutely love it. And the feedback from it has been brilliant.
Yeah.
And I love writing about styling and fashion and kind of all of that. It's just brilliant. So that's given me a really good opportunity to kind of like talk more, I suppose.
Yeah, and diversify a little bit to something different.
Yeah, and I absolutely love it.
Are you a regular?
I am.
You are, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
Regular, I think is it Alistry Live? Is it Micklover and Hilton?
Yes.
I think.
Yeah. Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
So you get a lot of joy from doing that, a lot of pleasure from doing that.
Loads of joy and pleasure from doing that.
Does it take a lot of work?
It's more the thinking ahead about what you're going to write about next, because obviously you're writing about something that's then not going to come out for another, what are we, 2 months behind? I can't remember.
Yeah, so
you've got to kind of think. So if you're writing about Christmas, for example, you've got to think about that in October.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, okay.
Keep up with it. Yeah. Oh, fantastic.
So yeah, but I absolutely love it. So I'll be forever grateful for that opportunity.
Oh,
it's brilliant. Yeah.
That is such a good.
Yeah.
That is a really good one.
It's a really good.
Thank you. So now it's time to take the spotlight off you for a second.
Okay.
And flip and reverse where you get to ask me anything.
Okay. So my question to you is, what is the favourite item of clothing in your wardrobe, and why?
Oh my God, that's a good one.
That is a good one.
That is a really good question.
So is it, or maybe we say, what's the favourite item of clothing in your wardrobe, and how does it make you feel when you wear it? Maybe we do that.
So there's a couple of things. So although I've got a love-hate relationship with jeans, at the minute I've got a good couple of pairs of jeans on the go, and I love them. I love jeans and a blazer. So when I can find
great outfit, fail-safe outfit,
I love that, with trainers or boots or even heels. So when I can find a good pair of jeans, and I only have to, every couple of years I'll go for new jeans or whatever. I do love a good pair of jeans. What I also love, which surprises me hugely, is bodysuits.
I love a bodysuit.
Now, I've only started wearing bodysuits.
And me.
Post 40. I would never have dreamed of even trying one on in the shop. But I have.
But
and
how
now I've got
flattering
loads.
are they?
I love them.
It's just that you've got when you tuck in, there's no kind of extra
Flapping around.
tucking in.
No faff.
It just creates that lovely kind of like streamlined curve.
Yeah.
Oh my God, no, I love a bodysuit.
But I never would have dreamed. But then maybe it's just I grow in confidence as I get older. Maybe it's that I don't care as less about what other people think as long as I like it. But yeah, so I would say my jeans and a bodysuit.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
Great question. That was a really good question. I enjoyed that. So I'm just picking up my phone, people, because of the shout out that's coming up. So the shout out for this pod then is to give a bit of a shout out to the new pub in Darley Park called Little Darley in the Park. So nestled in the heart of Darley Abbey, within the stunning Darley Park, you will now find the Little Darley, which is the latest micro pub from Derby Brewing Company. So it used to be the paper mill at the car park as you go into Darley Abbey Park near the Abbey. So we're talking about the village. So they have now had a massive reno. Have you been?
I've not been. Mark's been. He said it's brilliant.
Oh, yeah. I need to try it. They've had a massive reno job, really quickly turned it around, and the photos look fantastic. You can find them on Facebook or Instagram, but it's Darley Park, Little Darley, where you can enjoy, ready for this, 6 hand-pulled beers, 14 keg lines, and an ever-rotating selection of UK craft beers and ciders, including Derby's Brewing award-winning brews, as well as wines, gins, all of the other things that you'd expect, and hot drinks, tea and coffee. So if you are calling by after your dog walk or taking the kids to the park, you can take your dog, get yourself down there to Little Darley. It looks absolutely fantastic and a great new addition to the area.
Amazing.
So thank you so much again. Always, always, always thank you so much for jumping on and listening to the pod. It really means a lot. You are doing such a great job in spreading the word. Every day I go on and there's a couple more followers every day, which is fantastic, because the purpose of this is to reach as many people as possible, to shine a light on all of the local independent businesses that we've got in this area, to just do our little bit to keep those businesses going and to keep spreading the word about the amazing things that we've got going on. So thank you so much. It really means a lot.